What is going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. In this video we will be doing Introduction to Warframe Part 2. If you didn't see the first video, Part 1, I will leave a link in the description below. So let's move on with it. And in this, guys, I'm going to start off at the back of this ship. If you did watch Part 1, you will remember me saying that this part of the ship has just recently been added. So I do not know much about it, but I can show you. Basically, you have to do a quest. Once you complete that quest, you will unlock this room. Now in this room you have a Tenno, which is here, and once you unlock this Tenno, you get a choice between 5 different abilities. Now I chose the Zarine ability, so if we go into it, it then branches out into a tree. Now this ability that I've chosen is called Mending Tides, which unleashes 5 waves of restorative energy over 10 seconds, each granting 250 health to allies within 10 meters. And then the branches off of it basically just increase that ability and make it a lot better, a lot stronger, last longer, more restorative energy. And the way to upgrade this is by using lenses. Now if you equip a lens to a Warframe or a weapon, I have at the moment currently got a Zarine lens equipped to my Ash Prime. Now once I do missions with my Ash Prime, I will then gain focus throughout my missions. As you can see at the top of the screen, I've got 83,560 focus, and then you just basically put that into each section of the branch and it increases and makes it a lot better. I think they're going to do a lot with this. At the moment, like I say, I've only unlocked 1, so I don't know about the other 4. But not only that, guys, as the same with everything else in Warframe, your Tenno is fully customizable. I'm not going to get into detail, but you can customize, you can make it female, male, all your colours, the eyes, everything, the hair, you can just fully customize it. So it is really good. And if we just go over here, I have to show you guys this, it looks awesome. Just watch that. That does just look awesome. And then if you go back over to it, it opens up. It's just really cool. The graphics on this game are unreal. They are really, really good for a free-to-play game. So next, guys, I'm going to take you back up to the arsenal. We did cover the cooperative loadouts. I didn't show you any more, so we'll get into those now. So if we go into select mode, we have the cooperative, which we went over in part 1. We also have the Archwing. Now to unlock the Archwing, there is a quest available. Once you complete the quest, you unlock the blueprints, and then you get to build the Archwing. Now you've got 3 parts to it. You've got the Archwing itself, which are like the wings on the back here. Then you've got your primary gun, which is massive, and then you've got a melee, which again is massive, but it does look awesome. So once you've unlocked this Archwing, you will then be granted access to the Archwing missions on navigation, which once you complete the missions, they can drop mods specifically for the Archwing. It is a bit difficult to control at first when you first get into the mission because you're flying around in space, but once you've been doing it for a bit, you do become accustomed to it and it does get really fun to do. So we'll go back into select mode, and then we've got Conclave on the far right here. Now Conclave is a PvP loadout. Now the mods that you can use in cooperative, there are certain mods that you cannot use in Conclave. I think it's for the simple fact as if you have a new player that comes in and decides they wants to go in Conclave and you've got really high level mods, you will literally decimate him. So I think they've tried to put a little bit of a, ease on new players when it comes to PvP. There are select mods that you can take into Conclave, and if you have a look on your codex, it does tell you which mods you can use. So we'll go and have a look at the Conclave itself. But just before we get up there, guys, if you can remember this little, well, he was a little guy in part 1, not so little anymore. He's fully matured now, and he is massive. I've equipped him with armour. It looks so nice, and his ability is basically when you're in missions, he will go and fetch you stuff like ammo, energy, mods that the enemies drop. He's really good, and he just rips enemies apart as well. So yeah, that's what they look like when they're fully matured. Back onto track then, we'll go up to the Conclave. And this is Conclave. Now we've got 3 different game modes on this. We've got Annihilation, which is basically a free-for-all. We've got a Team Annihilation, which is basically 4v4 deathmatch. And then we've got Cephalon Capture, which is a 4v4 capture the flag, basically. Now, if you do get into Conclave and you do really like it, there is also daily challenges which you can complete. And then you have weekly missions, so there's always something on Conclave for you to do. I myself do like to play Conclave. It is a fun thing to do on here, especially if you've got no missions to do or you've done all the planets, there's no alerts and that. Jump into Conclave, have a bit of fun. It is a lot of fun to play. So the next thing, guys, are the Syndicates. Now, I think this was a big increase in their game of what you can do. You've got 6 different syndicates you can choose from, so you can align yourself with one. As you see, the highest I've got is 70,000 down to 70,000 with Cephalon Suda. There are ranks in it, so if we click into Cephalon Suda now, you can see I am on 3, which is Intelligence. My next rank is Wise, which I am ready for, but if I click on Next Title, I've got to bring them some sacrifice, as they call it, which I need a Lex Prime Receiver, which you get those out of the tower keys. You can pick tower keys up just through normal navigation missions, and they want 250,000 credits, which if you look to the top left, I've got 2.5 mil. Again, you get those out of normal missions, so I will have to farm for that Lex Prime Receiver. And if we come back off of this now and go into offerings,
I hope these interest you.
my standing, as I've just said, is 70,000. Now you can use your standing to buy stuff off of that specific tie. Now, as you can see just to me right now, it says requires Wise, which is the level which I am going to get to next when I give the sacrifice in. And these are specific mods for specific weapons, and once you get further and further down, they unlock mods for different frames, and then at the bottom it unlocks weapons for you. We've got the Synoid Gamma Core, which is a weapon. We've got the Synoid Similor, which is a weapon, and then the Synoid Ciandana, which is like a back piece that you can put on your Warframe. Some of them do look really nice. There is just a lot of stuff you can choose from, and you don't have to stick with the same syndicate. You can actually change it whenever you want, but if you pick a specific syndicate to follow, you will also gain 2 that want to kill you. Now, this is good in a way because they send enemies after you, but if you're ranking stuff up, if you've got a low ranked Warframe, a low ranked weapon, and these guys come after you, they are high level. So, like I say, low ranked gear, they will just rip you a new one. But if you've got some decent gear on you, they are good for getting experience because the enemies are high level. And obviously, you can see here the Arbiters of Hexes. I've gone up as well, even though I am with Cephalon Suda. So you can get 2 up and 2 go down. And if you've got friends that play this, you choose separate ones. You can actually trade the mods, the weapons, so it makes it easier for you to actually gain everything. So we've just gone through the syndicates, and now I would like to explain to you about the invasions. Now, I did mentioned the invasions in the previous video and did say that I would explain it. Now there are 3 different types of races on here. You have got the Grenier, the Corpus and the Infestation. Now each planet is run by one of those races. When an invasion happens, if we go on to say Saturn here, this planet is run by the Grenier. But if we go on to the invasion mission here, and sometimes guys these invasion missions cover the whole planet, but as you can see here we've got completion 0 out of 3. If you do that 3 times you get a mutagen mass, which is a resource you can use for building a weapon. Now these mutagen masses you can buy the blueprints from the Dojo labs and you can build them that way, or you can get them this way. There's a couple of other ways you can get them as well, but this one is actually a boss of the infested invasion and he will drop a Warframe, so you can retry this over and over again until you get the 3 parts required for that Warframe. You need the helmet, the chassis and the systems, and then you just go to the market and you buy the blueprint and you've got yourself a Warframe. These invasions are really good for getting credits and other different rewards. They happen all over the planets. They are really good to do. And then I'm going to speak a little bit about the Dojo here. Now I did mention the Dojo in the previous video. It is a clan based area. If there is any of you guys that do decide to pick this game up on the PlayStation 4, feel free to send me a message and join the Gaming Unleashed clan. I'm going to take in the Dojo and just show you a bit around and what you can do in there. Okay guys, so we're in the Dojo. Now this room that we're in at the moment is the only room you will start with in here. You have to build everything. Now if I hit up on my D-pad, you see a little map here. I've started building a little bit. If we move back here, I've built an elevator that goes down into basically a basement type, and I've got all power cores down there. Now to keep building in your dojo you need to build power cells and you need to build grand halls. Grand halls make the room, power cells make the power to run the rooms. Now if we just go and skip all the way in here, every room has one of these room options. So if we click on that, decorations, and as you can see here guys, there are so many decorations. You've got statues, you've got transporters, more statues, garden features, trees, bushes. Now this one's the interesting bit. All these banners with the little logo on. Now if you're familiar with Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, you can actually create a clan emblem. You can go onto the Warframe website and you can send it in for approval. If DE approve it, it will then be put in game in the next patch or update, and your emblem will show on these banners. You will also get an emblem, a holographic emblem that you can put on your Warframe's arms. It does look really cool. I am in the process of doing mine at the moment, and once I've done it I will put a video up and show you guys. It is a really nice feature into the game and just makes it that little bit more personal. So we'll make our way over here, and now I'll show you the room options. There are so many options for rooms. You can just keep building this dojo constantly. So we start off, we've got a dueling room, so you and your friends want to come in here, practice some weapons, practice battling, or just having fun. You can come in here and just beat the holy hell out of each other. Elevators, you've got an oracle. Now you need this oracle room to build your labs, and your labs basically research the blueprints for weapons, warframes. the resources that we spoke about, just the mutagen mass. So we've got the energy lab, the Tenno lab, Orokin lab, bio lab, and the chem lab. You've got obstacle courses to practice your manoeuvring. These are the grand halls, greater halls, and grandest hall that I was on about. If you look to the right now, you can see that takes your capacity up by 200. I've already got 218 available, so that'll take it up to 418, and it takes your energy down by 2. You've got all different kind of hallways, cross connectors. These are the reactors you need. Again, if you look to the right, you can see that the energy has gone up by 25, and you need those for different rooms as well. You've got the barracks, so if you've got a clan and you've got 10 members in it, you will not be able to add another member until you buy the shadow barracks, which then take it up to its max member size of 30, then 100, and then I think it's 300, and then 1,000. And then you've just got all these different water gardens, sand gardens. You have an observatory, a temple of honor. There's just so many rooms, and they just keep adding more and more. Like I say, guys, you can't just keep building constantly. There is going to be no end to this game, I don't think. It really is. It's just a massive game. I will take you downstairs now and just show you the reactors. Oh, before we go, guys, this is a trading station. So basically, you can go on to trading. If you see the tab at the bottom left, you can click on trading. If there's anything you're after, or somebody's after something you've got, they can come here. You can invite them. You can trade mods. You can trade prime parts. You can trade blueprints. There's a big list of stuff you can trade, and that's really fun. You can just sit in the trading tab for hours, just, you know, seeing what people are selling, or you sell stuff and just making a lot of platinum off of it. So, are you in, doggy? Yeah, let's go down then. I've got to show you these power cores, guys, because the graphics on them are unreal. I've got 4 of these rooms here, if you look on the map there, and they're all these power cores. Look at that, it is just fantastic. The graphics on here are amazing. You can even decorate this room as well, guys. You've got room options in every room, so you could probably put a big banner in the center of that with your clan logo on. I hope you guys do pick this game up, because it is fantastic and you will be obsessed with it. It's just a fantastic game. So I hope you did enjoy this video, guys. If you did, please do hit that like button and subscribe if you're new to see more content. So until next time, guys, I'm out.